Kendrick Lamar's song GNX has re-entered the top 10 on Apple Music Germany. At the same time, Not Like Us climbed 14 spots on the charts, demonstrating its rapid rise just hours after Kendrick's performance in Cologne. This was not just a coincidence, it had a notable impact. When Kendrick arrived in Germany for his grand national tour, there were high expectations for an unforgettable experience. The Cologne events confirmed that he doesn't just perform, he shapes culture. The charts are now reflecting this dynamic energy. Welcome to Celebrity Cookies, where the tea is always hot and the stories come with sprinkles of surprise. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment with your take on the story. To understand the importance of this moment, it's essential to consider the context. GNX, a deep and genre-blending track that concludes the tour's setlist each night like a spiritual ritual, had already made waves upon its release. While it took time to gain traction in the US, in Europe, it has become a soundtrack, an anthem, a secret message among fans from Berlin to Barcelona, all eagerly awaiting its live performance. Thus, when it re-entered the top 10 on Apple Music Germany, it wasn't just a song gaining popularity, it represented what Kendrick signifies in Europe. As for Not Like Us, that represented a different kind of energy. It had already topped American charts for weeks last year, gaining traction during Kendrick's lyrical rivalry with Drake. However, after the initial buzz faded, its European numbers declined, until now. Suddenly, energized by Kendrick's Cologne show, German listeners propelled it back into the limelight, jumping 14 spots in just one day. This wasn't just a minor bump, it was a resurgence. The crucial point is that Kendrick doesn't just generate numbers, he moves people, and those people drive the charts. The Cologne concert was unlike any other on this tour. Tens of thousands of fans packed the venue, enduring the heat and chanting lyrics long before Kendrick took the stage. Flags from various countries, Germany, Turkey, Ghana, Palestine, the UK, were waved, showing that origin didn't matter. When the lights dimmed and Not Like Us began, everyone felt a sense of unity. Kendrick's performance of Not Like Us that night was not just a musical highlight, it was executed with precision. He delivered each line with the artistry of a poet and the intensity of a street fighter. Every repetition of "They Not Like Us" hit hard, resonating like a bullet in the night. The audience didn't just rap along, they shouted it with passion. That passion translated directly into streaming numbers. As the stage lights dimmed and fans spilled into the streets of Cologne, something was already happening. Notifications lit up screens. Kendrick was back on the charts, not in America or the UK but in Germany. GNX had quietly returned to the top 10. And Not Like Us, the anthem, the diss, the cultural reference point, was rising again. Why? Because live performance still holds immense significance. In an era where algorithms and curated playlists often dominate the music industry, Kendrick Lamar once again proved that genuine presence is the most valuable asset. It's something that cannot be fabricated or purchased. It must be authentically earned to have an audience passionately singing your lyrics back to you, even in another language. Kendrick certainly earned every stream that evening in Cologne. However, this experience was about more than just two songs. It symbolized a movement. The Grand National Tour has transformed into more than just a world tour. It has become a cultural exploration. In each city, with every audience and setlist adjustment, Kendrick is tapping into the heartbeat of a generation. Right now, Germany is alive with excitement. Apple Music Germany, one of the most competitive charts in Europe, doesn't simply respond to trends. It reflects genuine engagement. To break into the top 10, there must be real interest, repeated listens, word-of-mouth promotion, and community backing. 4. GNX, a track that doesn't scream radio hit, but instead offers introspective and nuanced lyrics. Its resurgence indicates that something significant is happening. German fans are not just attracted to the beat, they are focused on the message. Then there's Not Like Us. A year after its release, the song still packs a punch. It retains the same impact it had on the day Kendrick released the music video. In a live performance, it resonates even more. You don't just hear it, you feel it, the dancing, the sharp tone, the cultural relevance. It's a song that turned a feud into folklore, and Cologne, Germany, has just added its own chapter to that narrative. Kendrick didn't mention charts that night. He didn't talk about numbers or boast about streaming stats. He didn't need to. The audience told a story for him. Their response to every line of GNX, from the soft introduction to the emotional peak, showed they were already listening on repeat. The collective excitement sparked by Not Like Us made it clear Germany embraced the song not just as an American diss, but as a global statement. This raises a larger question. Why Germany? Why now? Germany has always had a deep, though often understated, appreciation for hip-hop. From the underground boom-bap scenes in Hamburg to the festival excitement in Berlin, German rap fans are among the most committed and engaged in the world. They don't chase trends. They value lyricism and understand cultural significance. They don't just stream songs, they analyze them. Kendrick Lamar is exactly the kind of artist who flourishes in such an environment. When he brought the Grand National Tour to Cologne, Germany didn't just show up, they made a statement. They matched the energy in the one area that every artist focuses on, the charts. This resurgence on Apple Music Germany tells a broader story, a tale of lasting impact, connection, and music that transcends temporary trends. The return of GNX to the top 10 isn't a coincidence. It's a result of Kendrick creating meaningful art. This is the kind of music that grows richer over time, rewards repeated listens, and feels even more powerful in a live setting. Meanwhile, the rise of Not Like Us shows that people still appreciate significant experiences. Music that resonates with emotion, history, and authenticity will always come back, especially when the artist is there, passionately performing in your city. The concert in Cologne was more than just a performance. It delivered a strong message, and Germany received it loud and clear. So what's next? The numbers will keep changing. Streaming counts will rise, and more songs may reappear on the charts. However, the real story has already been told. Kendrick Lamar is firmly rooted in Germany's musical landscape. With each city he visits next, whether it's Amsterdam, Paris, or Madrid, the impact will endure. Fans aren't just witnessing greatness, they are part of it. One performance, one audience, one location. That's all it took to bring two songs back into the spotlight. Not through ads or gimmicks, but through genuine energy, through authenticity, through presence. And that's what defines Kendrick Lamar as an artist. A year after Not Like Us first made an impact and months after GNX debuted, both songs are experiencing a revival in a new country. Not because Kendrick was chasing streams or virality, but because he offered something real. Now, Germany is responding. In a world filled with fleeting fame and superficial metrics, this kind of exchange is truly priceless. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on the story.